Hey, it's Jenny, and we are doing a super simple recipe today that is for dinner. And I'm all about using the slow cooker and making it very fast and effective, simple and healthy for your morning to throw in, especially if you're super busy, mom, businesswoman, entrepreneur, all those crazy things that we juggle in a day. I want to make your life easier and I want to make eating healthy as simple as can be. So this is our meal prep pot roast. So what we're gonna do in here, and I've kind of added a few veggies to the recipe. So kind of make note of that if I'm missing celery, for example, or mushrooms in the ingredient list. So I have about 3 stalks of celery that are chopped up. I'm gonna do a pound of carrots. So these are an organic, and I'm not even gonna chop them because these are the little mini. Lots of different colors, super yummy. We're gonna throw those in the bottom. So all this is in the bottom of your slow cooker. And then it calls for red potatoes, just the little ones, but I'm gonna use these organic French fingerling potatoes that are super small too and great for a pot roast. So I'll just throw those in the bottom. And this is about 1.5 pounds. You could use a pound, so if you want to just pull out even a couple of those if you feel like it's a little too much. So we've got all our veggies down there. And then I'm also going to throw in, I use some of these for my meal prep breakfast. So I'm just going to use the remainder of the container of sliced mushrooms, which those will cook down and just give it a nice, delicious, hearty flavor, especially with the broth, which reminds me, I forgot the broth. Give me 1 sec. Broth, there it is, magically appearing. So on top of this, we are gonna put, this is a 2.26 pound pot roast. You can make yours bigger, 3 to 4 pounds, doesn't matter. This is a beef round, top round roast. Any type of roast that you wanna use would be great. I'm not gonna divide this one in half because again, it's 2.25 pounds, give or take. So if it was 3 or 4 pounds, I might think about slicing it in half while I season it. To this, I'm gonna season it with Dijon mustard. It's getting bright in my kitchen, so I apologize for the glare. And that just totally exploded, which is cool because I wanna rub that all over the meat. I'm gonna put a good amount so it'll cover it. I'm also going to add some garlic salt, dried rosemary, and dried thyme. So first let me rub this. I'll keep one hand clean. Rub it all over the meat so all those seasonings can really stick to that. Then to that we have garlic salt. So I'm going to add a fair amount of that on the roast, and I'm going to kind of make sure that I get all angles of it. You don't want to forget a side. Then I'm going to add some dried rosemary. And again, I want to go all over, even on the sides, make sure that sticks. Before I turn it though, let me add the thyme. Add that. Ooh, that was a lot. Okay. I'm going to have to grind the pepper last because I need 2 hands. Okay, a little extra of that. I like extra seasoning. So I'm not even measuring. I'm just kind of eyeballing, making sure that this is nice and coated on all sides, all over, because I like that fresh herb flavored taste. And I also want to make sure some of that kind of falls into our vegetables as those cook down for this delicious beef stew. So to get beef stew, we do want to add some liquids. So it calls for beef broth, but I have some organic vegetable broth. I'm going to wash my hands really quick so I can open that. Okay, so the final step is to basically take this deliciousness and add our broth and our onions right on top before we cook it on low for 6 to 8 hours. So I want to keep that piece of meat nice and coated with the Dijon mustard and all the seasonings, the thyme, the rosemary, the garlic salt, and I'm going to do the salt and pepper last. So this is an organic cup of vegetable broth. Remember, you could use beef broth. This is 1 carton or 4 cups. It's going to turn it into that delicious stew. And then I'm going to add some onion. Okay, so this is about, I would say, maybe 1 onion right over the top to give it that nice, delicious onion flavor. You could use any kind of onion that you like. Any onion. And then my final step is salt and pepper. And you were with me from start to finish, cooking a delicious dinner that is almost like you slaved away all day, like the wonderful housewife you are. And we are wonderful housewives. We just do it all, and we do it smarter. So I'm going to add just a teeny bit of Himalayan salt over the top. Here you go. Delicious pot roast ready for you when you get home. Cook it on low for 6 to 8 hours. Enjoy.